We were at that, right? Modified light fragment. The surgeon. That's cool. That gives you like a bit of information on it. Like, oh god, one of these things. I feel a little harder to avoid. I should say, like, at least back then, like, when this... I never did look at, like, what the sales number for this series was, but, like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's maybe more fans nowadays for Dead Space than there was back then, when it was new. Oh, I see. I don't know if this is, like, the... what my friend said, like, hour-long co-op thing, but... that's what I mean. Certain stuff I can't do. I'm just, like, in this very weird spot in terms of what my hobbies are, and oh, look, it's like giant giant cysts or whatever they were called. Overpowered healing. Probably end up killing each other. I mean, how true that is. But, like, let's put it this way: I'm a furry. I'm into hockey. I love video games. But I'm not. I think like one of the biggest things, because I feel like I run into this a lot. Like a lot of furries I run into play on primarily on PC. That is, for a large some of them, that is their main gaming platform. Also, isn't there like a fact that like I don't want to say disturbingly, but a lot of furries are like IT engineers or something, like do coding, computer stuff. So I think it makes sense if so many of them are into that. But it just puts me in this like really strange minority, I feel, where it's hard to run into people that have a lot of the similar interests that I have. Um, in terms of like having multiple of the same interests, like I have my friends that like we play some of the same video games, or maybe we're both, we're both furries. We enjoy, I don't know, some of the same artists or some of the same like content of like YouTube stuff. I don't really have that friend that's like so like we're so similar in a lot of areas anymore, which I kind of miss. But it's also like I think as you get more hobbies, it becomes harder and harder to find those kind of people that share a number of the same interests that you do. It's one of those things where it's like I would love like to have a friend that is at least like into a good same of the like a into a lot of the games that I'm into. It doesn't have to be 100% the same, but like shooters have always been a big one for me. So if I ran into someone that is A, big on shooters, B, they're a furry, I think like that would be extra cool if they were, but if they're not, I think it's as long as they don't mind that I'm one, right? Then it's totally cool. Um, and if they had the same, like the kind of the biggest thing is like if they were down to do YouTube stuff with me and they were into playing on more retro consoles like I am, like that is something I would love to have. I would love to have a friend that Mass Driver, the Love Boat. I'd love to have a friend that has these older systems and would be willing to do some of the stuff I do in terms of like playing on them. Because I think there's even some original Xbox games that we could do like a co-op campaign on, using the Xbox Link Kai stuff. If I can hopefully get that to run, my experience with it in the past is that it's somewhat finicky, but like Serious Sam 2, for example, I know that would be one at least.
Which way to the shuttle?
Santos, you found the impound records. What did they say?
Only that the shuttle was decommissioned. They were going to pop it out.
Great, so basically nobody knows? There must be more detailed shipping records somewhere. I'll take a look around the ship.
I mean, it's kind of sad that like all the that everything just uses the same like ammo source. You don't have the different ammo sources for different guns. Oh god. Back away. There we go. It can be a little hard to keep your bearings over here, though. It's just when you're moving on these kind of planes where it's like you're not just moving 3D, but you're moving in all these different directions. My brain can get a bit of a headache trying to keep my bearings all sorted. No. There we go. Health pack. Use. You know, I do have like a ton of health packs, so. Actually, I can't really do anything down here. I mean, is this the most interesting thing? No, but I can't really think of many other games that have this kind of space exploration. I mean, obviously there's like Starfield, but I don't know. In terms of something that's still more linear, because I do have a preference for more linear games personally. Like, I really like those games that are more linear, but they have their big open sections, right? They're not complete open world, but they give you these areas that are like, that give you some freedom in exploring. Kind of like, hey, what do you want to do first? And that there is a little things to find off the beaten path, you know? I find straight up open world games to just be overwhelming. I have to be in a really certain mood to play open world games. Game. Expect delays. Okay, fine. That's stupid. Invisible wall. Sure.